Welcome guys, this is Sachin Rane. So this is your tutorial number 1 to install the Android Studio in Windows and Ubuntu Linux operating system. Before this, I will give you some background details. To access my all the videos, my text material and code on the Git lab, you just take the help of this application. I have created this Android teacher application for this. You just download and install this application and go through this all the video, text material and code. I will share the link of this application. You just download and install. So now we will go to the Android. So what is mean by Android? So it was developed by Open Handset Alliance, led by Google and other companies, which is open source and Linux based operating system for mobile devices such as smartphones and tablet computers. In this tutorial, first we will go through some basic Android programming, and then later step by step we will go to some advanced topics like animation, how to use animation, how to use multi-threading, Java multi-threading. So we will go step by step. So if you are newly comer, not an issue, you just go through this series from start. You will get some confidence and you can also grab some advanced topics easily. So to develop the Android application, we need Java programming language. So you should be familiar about the Java programming concepts, like what is class, how to create the class, how to create the method, how to create the class member variables, how to create the static member variable, how to create the static method, how to use the synchronization. So these are the things we need to have. Means if you are not having, just go through the Java programming, some basic concepts, and then start this Android Studio. If you are if you are aware about these things, not an issue. Means we will, anyway we are covering all those details in upcoming sessions. You will get that things easily. So now we will go to the installation part. Okay, to install the Android Studio, first we need Java installed in the system. So make sure you are having Java 8 installed in your system. If Java 8 not installed in your system, please install Java 8 and then come to this Android Studio installation. So to install this Android Studio, there are different minimum configuration requirement for OS perspective for this Android Studio. If you are using Windows, you need some 2 GB RAM minimum, 8 GB RAM recommended, some 2 GB available disk space, it is the minimum criteria. 4 GB is recommended. Then resolution like 1280 into 800. GDK, as we discussed, GDK 8, Java 8. For accelerated emulator, 64-bit operating system and Intel processor with support for Intel VTX. So this Intel processor with support for Intel VTX we will discuss later. Means if you are using Intel processor, you need to enable virtualization from your BIOS setting. So I have created one document for that, so I will share the link of the document also. This is for Windows. If you are using Mac operating system, so these are the configuration. Just pause the video and go through these details. If you are using Linux, so these are the details, same whatever we discussed for the Windows. Now to download the Android Studio, this is the URL developer.android.com/studio -index.html. So just open the browser, and so yeah, so this developer.android.com will give you downloadable link. So just click on this downloadable link, you can download. The Android Studio. Now currently I am downloading from the Linux operating system, so it is showing me Linux respective downloadable file. So if you are using Windows, you can download it from here. Just scroll below, you can get different operating system respective downloadable files, like Windows 64-bit, 32-bit, Mac. For Mac it is .dmg file, for Linux it is zip file. So from the same URL you can get these links and download the file. Okay, now come to the installation part. Okay, now for Windows you have downloaded this file, Android hyphen studio hyphen bundle hyphen some numeric hyphen windows.exe. So when you click on this exe file, you will get this dialog box. So just click on the next button. Now next dialog box will show you some Android SDK and Android virtual device, in short form AVD. Just click on the next button. Next dialog box will give you some agreement acceptance. Just click on the agree button. Next dialog box will give you some location preference, where you want to install this, like Android Studio and SDK. We will learn about this Android SDK in details later. Just provide the location now. Now the installer defaults to creating a shortcut or launching this program, or you can choose to decline. So this is the checkbox. In the next window we are getting this checkbox, means if we are checking that one shortcut will be created on the desktop. Now click on the next button, it will install. So once installation is done, the next dialog box will pop up, and it will show completing the Android Studio setup. There is also one checkbox, start Android Studio. When you click on the finish button, Android Studio flash screen will appear like this. So this is your start of the Android Studio. So after that you will get pop-up like you want to import the existing Android Studio settings, or you are starting newly. So it means that if you have installed previous version of the Android Studio in your system, you can import the settings. So now you are installing fresh way, so just select the second option. After that you will get the dialog box to install the SDK. So SDK is some kit you need to install. It is having all the libraries to develop the Android applications. It is similar like JDK kit. In terms of mobile it is SDK. Now click on the next button. So it will show you which type of installation for the SDK. It is standard or custom. Custom means you can just keep some components, or some you can get only some specific components. Better way, just click on the standard and click on the next button. It will show you some setup type, SDK folder, total downloadable size, and SDK components to download. Just click on the finish. Once you click on this finish button, your downloading will start, and downloading components, you can just click on the show details button. You can see all the details. So this progress you can see. Once this downloading is done, you can also set up the emulator in the meanwhile. I will add some emulator sessions in the later videos. Just as of now, just skip that part. Now once this progress is done, click on the finish button. So this is your screen. It means you have installed your Android Studio and you have installed SDK. Now you can start your Android Studio project. Okay, so this is the installation we have seen for the Windows. For the Linux it is the same process. This is the URL. You just copy this URL and download the Android Studio zip file from that website, and after that unzip this file using this sudo unzip and which destination folder you want to unzip. Then there is the uh, studio.sh file in the bin folder. Just trigger this file from the terminal, so you will start the Android Studio. So these are the steps to install the Android Studio. If you are having some issues, just add your comments or send me mail. I have given my details